I'd like to call the meeting of LaPorte County Plan Commission to order. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's not much room. Wall to wall here. That's a big house. We could do 5 people.
I know. Roll call, please.
Anthony Hendricks. Here. Rita Beatty Kelly. Here. Rich Merzinski.
Present.
Gene Matsit.
Here.
Glenn Minnick.
Here.
Earl Cunningham.
Here.
Harold Parker.
Present.
John Carr.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Motion to approve as presented.
Second. Any changes, amendments, additions, deletions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Is there a motion to approve the minutes from, we have July 23rd as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Are there any additions, changes, deletions, revisions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approves. First on the agenda, petitioner Sandra Jocelyn, represented by Gary Davis of Davis Disability Group, respects to petition the Plan Commission for to vacate a portion of the alleyway behind 103 North Oak Drive, 7 West Beach Street, 9 West Beach Street, Westville, Indiana, New Durham Township, Zone R1B. For the exhibits here, I presume that's Otis, right?
Yes, it is.
Floor is all yours.
Thanks. Notice is adequate.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just first like to say I'm a fish out of water. This is not what I do in the area of law. I'm a disability lawyer, have been for 37 years, but interesting case because the lady who owned this home was the first person I ever represented in Social Security disability 37 years ago. She passed away. Doris and Charlie Russell were friends of my family, very close friends of my family. Attended my father was a minister. They attended our church. But I just felt we do small estates occasionally, so I took this case for that reason because I had known the family so long and they're friends of our family. I'd like to tell you that really the reason I'm asking for the vacation of this alley is because I need to put in a septic system. We had a buyer for the home. This is in an estate. But the septic system is inadequate the way it is. It doesn't function. It's too small, too old. They own the property behind this parcel, the parcel immediately behind the alley where we're asking to vacate it. And the people that are doing the septic system said we have to have a large field with a pipe across there. So I guess vacation of the alley is what I'm asking you for, but really all I need to do is put a very solid pipe across from their property back to the other property, and we need to put in a septic system. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with the house. I mean, that's I'm not. Like I'm saying, we don't want to threaten anybody, but I don't know how they can use or function with a house unless the septic system's installed. We do have a buyer who's interested. I don't know if we still do. We did 45 days ago have a buyer, but in any event, I think the home could be sold if the septic system's installed properly and somebody can actually make use of the home, maintain it. And there is a person here from the Lutheran Church. I spoke to him before I came here. The Lutheran Church is right next door. They would like, and he's got the map. Let me show you what it is. I don't know if this is possible. I told them it's not my thing, but we certainly have no objection to it. But their property is right next door to that, and they'd like to have that part of the alley vacated as well, just for their property benefit as well. Again, all I really need to do is put in a septic system. That's why I'm here. I've had no other objections other than that, and I don't think he objects now after we talk, and he's welcome to speak, and I certainly have no objections to the church getting that other part of the alley vacated as well. Any questions you might have? I don't want to take up your entire night with history and.
I'm sorry. Were we planning on vacating the whole alley there anyway behind that portion where the church owns?
I think that would make the most
sense.
sense.
I kind of understood that's what the whole. So
let me ask.
Okay, so it's kind of.
So you guys are more familiar than I am. So that each person that their property adjoins there would get that real estate behind their home, and that's the way the church would get their property as well. Okay.
Okay.
That's what they were concerned about from the Lutheran Church.
Them to figure out
right.
they sell it. That use access group.
So is that how it's laid out? Nobody's gonna get the whole thing.
Right, you have to,
Turn on your mic.
each lot will receive their half of that alley.
Because the other half's gonna go to the farm field.
Correct.
Okay.
And the Russells own that field.
Correct, yeah.
103 North Oak Street.
Or the Russell family owns the field.
Did you ask him about 103 North Oak Street?
Yeah, the question, I mean, the adjoining property owners are as follows. We have the Lutheran Church, but it didn't include 103 North Oak Street, Janice J. and William E. Franklin.
The adjacent parcel to the west.
Oh, yeah, that one here shows.
I mean, unless something has changed that Beacon hasn't recorded, I don't understand how they aren't included in this.
I thought our notice was adequate. Was that wrong? Did we not notify everybody? There was an adjoining landowner?
103 North Oak shows owners are William and Janice Franklin. And the Lutheran Church is showing as owner of 9 Beach Street.
Yeah, you notified them, but I guess it's a question for legal. If we're vacating the whole alley, everyone gets, each owner gets half, which your client would get both halves, but would we vacate behind 103 Oak Street? They've been notified, but they're not here.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry.
And if you vacated it, then technically your owner would get the north half and Oak Street would get the south half.
This owner owns that.
Or if we don't vacate anything north of 103 Oak Street, it maintains its public access and they get used across the whole alley for
They
whatever
received
need.
notice.
Yeah, they did receive notice.
Yes.
So,
That's the question for legal.
So legal,
They acquiesce.
could we make this contingent on them accepting their half of the alley? If they don't, we're going to give the other property the north half, right?
Well, if they don't want it, they can always refuse it.
That's what I'm saying. What we want to do is make sure that there's an easement through there, but people can run a line that it might very well be that at some point in time, these people need to put in a septic tank as well, and they're going to have to go to the people that own the land behind them and run a line underneath into that field just as well. That's very possible, because we're getting into that problem all over the county where they can't get a septic field in.
Yes, these are very old homes.
I don't think we need an easement, though. I mean, if you vacate it, it's going to be abutting the adjoining property that they're going
That's
to
even
need.
better. But there's no easement for any lines or anything, so we can just vacate it, period. Is that right? There's nothing, nobody needs to there for electric, nobody needs to there for gas. Perfect.
Well, when we vacate, we can't vacate the easements for utilities.
Right. Yeah, any utility easements remain.
So 103 North Oak Street will inherit a portion of the alleyway, whether they're here or not, basically.
Correct.
Unless they refuse it.
Correct.
And their tax bill will go up by that much more than. Well, they're gonna notice it sooner or later.
Yeah. Right.
I do have one question. I mean, it's not that important, I guess, the history of this, but when you're looking at that property, it appears that, was it perhaps a parsonage at one time? Because there's no access to the garage in the back of the property except for...
It was a parsonage to the Lutheran Church.
With them driving over our property to get to the garage. Okay, and whoever split that off years before I came around saying, well, should have cut that off and given them a
Should he be up here talking to the microphone?
Yes, name and address for the home viewers.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't think the ownership of the alley makes any difference. It's not like...
I'm Dan Bloomer. I represent St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that was the parsonage. The physical lot for the Russell's house is like about 60 feet wide by 100 feet. Or 100 and a quarter. It's not very big. You couldn't put a septic system on it. And their property line butts up to the church. And nobody's ever been down that alley, even though it's drawn out on the map. They can't go down that alley because off of Oak Street, it's piled up with dirt. Okay, and there's a big tree in the middle of it. So it would be advantageous if the Russells could get the pipe and the church could get whatever real estate touches theirs, you know. I understand it was brought up, half of it goes to the property owner to the north, and hey, life is good.
So that's a question for the legal. If that would be cleared up in the sale of the home and the cross-access use across the church parking lot for this owner. That's not something we would usually get involved with.
Yeah, there is not going to be a problem.
Any other questions? Are there any remonstrators? Seeing none, hearing none. Any other questions? Is there a motion from the board to vacate the alley?
I'll make a motion to vacate the portion of the alleyway behind 103 North Oak Street, 7 West Beach Street, 9 West Beach Street, Westville, Indiana, New Durham Township zoned R1B, to vacate the alleyway.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
There's a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Good luck.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Only old business.
Gary and knocked him dead.
Seeing or hearing no old business? Any new business?
Old's talking over there. Oh, yeah, we have to sing happy birthday, we have to sing happy birthday.
Any new business?
No, sir.
All right.
New business.
New business. From the board.
Excuse me, I think we need to congratulate Ashley on the outstanding job she's done with her minutes, and today is her birthday. She's 28 again.
And Jean's retirement.
And there's
In comes a new outdoor hill.
Thank you, Jean, for your time.
Is there a resolution to thank Gene for all his time and commitment to this board?
So resolved.
Thanks, Gene. You've done a wonderful job. I'm very impressed with all the time you put on the board and the time you've done for this county. So can't thank you enough.
It's only my job.
How many years have you done this, King?
Since 2013, so it's 13 years. Well, 16 years. How can I count?
Is that for the board or just for Purdue?
The board. Since 2016, I've been
on the board.
Plan Commission. As a result of being the county extension educator for Ag and Natural Resources here in LaPorte County. So,
Thank you very much, Gene. With that said, any other new business? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.